Good evening, I'm Lee Anderson. NBA owners almost unanimously approved a new 22-team format to resume the season in Florida. The only team to vote against it, the Portland Trail Blazers. Max Goldwasser has the details.
Back in late May, Trailblazers star point guard Damian Lillard publicly said that if the NBA season resumes, he would sit out if his team did not have a legitimate shot at making the playoffs. Well, in this new approved format, Portland does have a chance, but the team was not completely satisfied with the proposal. Here's how it's going to work. 22 teams will be competing for a championship. 13 teams from the Western Conference, 8 teams from the East. Those teams will play 8 regular season games to decide playoff seeding. The Blazers enter as the 9th seed in the West, and the top 8 seeds in each conference earn a playoff berth. But if the number 8 and 9 seeds finish within 4 games of each other after those 8 regular season games, then a play-in tournament would follow. The 9 seed would have to win 2 games in a row against the 8 seed, while the 8 seed would need just 1 win to cement a spot in the playoffs. There's a lot to keep track of, and it can get pretty confusing. Some people in Central Oregon support the NBA's return.
We need something to do. We need to go watch, definitely need sports.
While others, not so much.
I'd say at this point it's almost worth just waiting. I mean, if you win, did you really win? Like, you know, it wasn't the full Monty, as they say.
And if the Blazers do have a shot at making the playoffs, why would owner Jody Allen vote against the proposal? It has a lot to do with the players, who thought there might be better options on the table. Shooting guard CJ McCollum took to Twitter Thursday voicing his support for the decision, saying, "We play for an ownership group that actually listens to its players and has a backbone. We voiced what we felt was the best option, and they followed our lead."
So many people like currently rioting at the moment for Black Lives Matter, and I think there's a miscommunication between leadership and what the people want as a whole. So in this case, when you relate it to, you know, basketball, the players are saying like, hey, I don't necessarily feel 100% safe. And leadership is actually listening to that. They're listening to the masses, as opposed to saying, you know what, we own the contracts. We're going to tell you what to do.
The season is set to begin on July 31st and would last through October 12th at the latest. Even though the owners approved this plan, the NBA's return is not a guarantee just yet. It's all contingent on an agreement between Disney and the NBA to use Walt Disney World Resort in Florida as the single host site for all games, practices, and housing. In Bend, Max Goldwasser, News Channel 21.